Hello, I'm Ben LaFollette, and I will be playing through Team Okra's full project. The first level is mine. The player will walk through here. They can proceed down either way, but there's invisible walls they can't pass over the barricades. They can interact with the gate. It'll make a noise just to inform them that it's locked and that they will have to find another way in. Most players will see this right off the bat, the orange blocks. Move them out of the way and crouch into the next area. There's a collectible behind the bushes off in that direction. For beta, the turret there will work. Been having some trouble with that turret. But once it works, the player gets inside, removes the block to lower the garage door. That way they stay safe while they're in here and won't be getting shot at. To get through the next section, you need a fuse, which is over here. Interact with the fuse box to open the door to the elevator, but in doing so, that starts a fire. Pick up a fire extinguisher and just place it anywhere in the fire, and it will put out the fire. And then interact with the console to proceed to the second area. Now we're in the bunker section. There's a collectible behind the boxes over there. Some debris and clue that there will be more fire. Inside this room there's another collectible you can either crouch to get to or move some stuff around. Down this hallway you'll crouch under this to get a collectible. Proceed down this hallway and try not to get burned. And use the block to make a step up. You can actually use the ramp as well, but the box is more reliable. Inside the bathroom you can open up the stalls. All the stalls will open. But there's a collectible behind this one. Same situation over here, although this was more like a woman's bathroom. This door will not open until power has been restored through this wire. If you proceed down this way, it's a dead end with a collectible. A little danger in the way. There's also a collectible on the shelf there. You can stack some boxes to climb up to. Then crouch this little hole in the wall. There's another collectible below the desk. Let me grab that. And I know I need this, so I'll take it. Another fire extinguisher. We're now on the other side of that debris. Again, just place it anywhere in the fire to extinguish it. And then we can move that out of the way. This is the broken wire. If you interact here, it will replace it, and that will restore power. So the chapel door should be open. Once in the chapel, you can interact with the glowing angel statue to open the door. For beta, ideally that door will be a lot less noticeable. It'll be more like a secret door. And I would actually like to have it so you have to rotate the statues actually, to all face the same direction to open the door. But for now. And this is the final room of the bunker, and this is the lost necklace that the Bast asked you to get. And you just come around this way and interact with the ladder to proceed to the third area. This is more of a bridge to the next level. There's a pond up there and a shed with a collectible in it over there. And this is the end of my level. And my other teammates will narrate their own levels.
Hey, this is my level. The first thing you do here is use the cube to open up the first door. Here's the first collectible. Second collectible is right behind the door. You just go use the switch to open the door as seen. You have to move the rocks out of the way to get to the next door. Try to slow down the flare. That's why I put them in there. Go in here to find some of the cubes, and one of the pressure plates is there. Go through here. There's some cubes. Here's some boulders. Looks like some. Okay. This is from the advanced master pressure plate. You need to place 3 cubes on it to be able to open up the door. Here's the toxic waste area. Avoid falling in. It will hurt you. Let's see here. Okay. For this room, there's one pressure plate in the room that only requires one cube to be placed on it, and then you have to flip the switch to open up the next section. There's an item there. Have to go through here. One with the red cube only requires 3 cubes to be placed on it to activate it. The pressure plate nearby the blue requires 5 to activate it. And the main goal here is to collect the power core needed for the shields for Bastion. Once you get all the cubes placed on there, you need to flip the switch to open up the cylinder. There's a switch, buddy. And here's the end of my.
Alright, so the player comes into this stage, and the object of this level is to reach the end room with the item in it that they can collect before they leave. So they're going to go over to the left, and along this path is going to be a bunch of collectibles showing the player where to go. And it's going to kind of introduce the player to more of the grav newel and using that to move objects around as well. So one of the first obstacles they come across, they have this big blockade here, and they got to use their grav newel to find which one is movable so that they can proceed through. Following that path through, there's some hidden collectibles along the way, and the next main area that they have to go through uses a mechanic to push the blocks. So they have to find their way kind of through the block maze so that they can proceed forward. And once they do that, they're going to go over the ledge here, and they're going to go down the hallway. And then they have a obstacle in their way. And this is sort of like a glass panel, a glass wall. So the player must pick up the block with the grav newel and use it to destroy the glass. Nothing else will destroy the glass. It only has the grav newel attached to it. So that's what the player has to do to get through that obstacle. And then once they're through there, they go into the next room for a couple collectibles, move on through, and they're at the end. So it's really pretty simple, but a lot of the mechanics behind some of those obstacles are there for the player. And then once the player reaches there, they're going to go through some terrain for a bunch of the obstacles, and that's it.
Alright, so this is David Warnicki, giving you a walkthrough on my part of the level being played by Ben. So, as you can see, this one's simple, just pressure plate, you just put it in there. It's just a simple introduction. So then we're going in here to the next part, which is the encounter switch. And for right now, we need to fix the texture on that. I know you saw like a wall there, but there's supposed to be a window. But as you can see, he hit that switch, and now he's heading on through the door. And we're walking on through here. Just a few items you can mess around with. Of no real importance right now. Ben's going on ahead and picking up this barrel, it looks like. I guess he's already played this one through, so he's already figured out that there's another pressure plate at this point. So just rest there. And now it's opened that door, and he can move on to the next area, which is kind of more of like a storage room. For this part, you have to hit an encounter switch to activate a bridge to get to the next level. And there's a couple floors you can explore here, and around in here too. And yeah, that part's a bit loud, a bit overwhelming, but we'll make sure to have that adjusted for the beta. So, he's going on up here, and he's going to try to make his way towards that hallway over here, which is littered with more obstacles to jump over and barrels to play around with. Going to enter into the master pressure plate part. Here you can see there's a pool of toxic ooze. Huh. So yeah, he's figured out you can just hold it while moving across without much effort at all there. So we're going to move on to the next area, which is more of kind of like an office type deal. So he's already figured out the secret passage there too, so he can just completely bypass playing with the encounter switch and trying to figure that out. So as you can see, it'll shut down that door there. then you're supposed to go out right there. And that leaves this door still wide open for him. So you just go on out, pick up the core, and there we go. And that is the end of our level. Thank you guys.